I'm resizing this copper ring. You can see that the present size is a little over 14. Now it's close to a 15. I need to bring this to at least this 14 right here. It's a pretty big ring, but I love the design. Fits pretty good on my finger. But the customer wants a size 14, so I have to do that, okay? As you see, if you look closely, this is the Aztec dragon. If you remember this series, it had a silver version, and this is the copper version. Pure copper, guys. Pretty easy to put together. Let me show you. I have a tool here, which is from Peppy Tools. And all I have to do is put this in one of these die cracks, right? This will allow me to shrink the coin, bring it to a size 14. That's what I need, okay? After I receive that, after I do that, I will shine it up, get any of the scratches, buffing it up using my trusty drill over here to help me to do that. And then I will shine it up and ship it out to the customer. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. We have Mr. and Miss West Texas Stacker. How you feeling? Thank you. Also, Anthony, how you feeling? Greetings. Thank you so much for coming in today. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. All right, so this is a pretty easy resizing. Okay, like I said, I want to bring this ring to a size 14. So just right there, let me show you how I'm going to do that. This right here is also from Peppy Tools. If you make coin rings or any jewelry, this right here is a perfect lubricant for the jump rings, but I use it right on the edge of my coin rings. Okay, that helps me to do the first process of resizing. I don't have to even put any heat on it right now. Just got to go one size down. So here we go. We find the right placement. This fits real good. Okay, so I have a 1-ton press and a 6-ton press. I'm gonna place this right on my 1-ton press. If you're on your telephone, do me a favor. Say hi to the stone face. Put the stone face emoji inside the chat. You gotta be polite. All right, gotta speak to stone face. So all I want to do, guys, is place this on top of the ring. Make sure it's even, okay? And I'm gonna use the 1-ton press to put some pressure down on this ring, and this is what causes it to go from a size 15 to a size 14, okay? All right, so what you want to do is put the pressure there. Got my 1-ton press, and all I want to do is put that 1 ton of pressure. There we go. All right, let's see what that does. That little bit of pressure there. If it doesn't work, I use a 6-ton press. Sometimes you need a little bit more. All right. Let's see if this did anything. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate you liking the channel and subscribing. It means a lot. Okay, so we got it to a 14 3/4. All right, so I'm gonna need a little bit more pressure. So what I'm going to do is now put this on to the 6-ton press because I need a little bit more power So let's place that right back there. And the 6-ton press is right to my side. When you do coin rings, you need multiple tools. So what we have here is the 6-ton press. I looked around and they don't sell this at Harbor Freight anymore. You have to go buy this from another vendor. I think they want to get people to start investing in the 12-ton press, which I would love to have a 12 or 20-pound press in order to do my stamps. When I do my stamps for my silver or copper pours. Thank you so much, Anthony. I definitely need to come back by your channel. I enjoyed your content. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. All right, so what I want to do is come over here and use my 6-ton press. I have to put some pressure there. Okay, let's go up. We have a little pressure thing here. And all I have to do is start to press down. And you start to see, if I can move it up a little bit right there, you'll start to see the ram coming down to the ring. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure it's in the center, because I'm gonna put 6 tons of pressure on this ring to bring it from a 14 3/4 to a 14. So you want to do this on what I call the reeded edge side first, and then we go to the second step. So now I have the pressure. Now I'm placing the pressure on. Let's see if this works. All right. I did feel the pressure. As you see, you can't move this thing. The 6 tons of pressure. So let me release it a little and see if that little bit of press helped me to resize this ring from a 14 3/4 to a 14. All right. Okay. So here we go. Now you want to do this slowly because you don't want to change the shape of your ring. Okay. So it's really important not to change the shape of the ring. The customer wanted a certain look, and I have to make sure that look still stays. Okay. But let's go here. All right. So we see that it's now from a 14 3/4 to a 14 1/2. I got to press it a little bit more. Let's get that thing to a 14, guys. Okay. It's got a little bit more pressing. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit more peppy lube on my edge that I want to shrink, which is, you call that the reeded edge. All right. Place that right back inside of the ring reduction dies. Peppy Tools did a good job, along with Skylar Jenkins, in creating this. This is made for coin rings. We have 2 sides here, a 17-degree reduction or a 25-degree pitch. So I usually use the 17 when I do my rings. All right, so let's press this one more time and see, can we get to a size 14? There we go. We want to press. All right, 1 pump there. All right, as we see, we got the pressure. Now let's relieve it. Release the pressure there. And let's see if this gets us to a size 14. All right. We still have the integrity and shape of the ring. Let's do this. All right, let's see. All right, we are almost there. We got to from a 14 3/4 to a 14 1/2. Now we're going to get it. We got it to 14 and 1/4. Now we're gonna get it to a 14. Let's go again. Lisa. How you doing, Lisa? Good to see you today. You know, I almost slipped up. I forgot. It's Lisa with an E. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining me for the live stream. I'm getting this out for a customer. He purchased a ring from me some years ago, and he couldn't find me on Instagram, but he wound up stumbling across my Instagram page. If it's JT Corn Rings 2 on Instagram, because my first page was hacked. But he found the page. He lost his ring, and he wanted to replace the ring with another copper. And so here we go. We're doing that ring for him, and then I can send it out today for him. He can have it early this week. There we go. Beautiful detail in this ring. Let's see if we can get the 14. We're close. We're right there. But now I want to bring it up a little bit more. Right there. Okay. We got 7 in the chat today. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. If you would like a channel sticker, a JT Corn Rings sticker, please don't hesitate to ask. Email me at jtcornrings@gmail.com. That's jtcornrings@gmail.com. Let me know in the subject about today's live stream and you want your channel sticker. Okay? You can put it on your safe. You can put it on your sticker wall. Let me know. All right, let's do that one more time. A little press. All right, that should be it. I believe we are at 14 now. Let's see. Let's see if this works. All right. Rocka Maz is in the house. Hey, Rocka. Good to see you. All right. We're still a little short. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought because I'm trying my best not to go too much too much because I don't want to go past 14. I want it to be 14 on the dot, and then I can start the cleaning process, the polishing process. Okay, let's see. One more press should do it. Let's go. Big press. That should be it. Let's see. Because if I go past it, if I go to a 13, what happens is I will have to, as you start to see, it starts to bow. If I go for 13, I'm going to have to put some heat to it to stretch it. And there we go. We're 14 on the nose. That's where I want. The customer's a size 14. So now, my mods, they probably resting. I haven't been on a live stream in a while, so they probably home resting. I get them on the next one, I guess. They'll come on the next live stream. And can now, once you finish one side, you want to go to the cut edge, okay? So let's do that. And all I want to do is a nice small press, like so. There you go. That's it. Just a tad bit, because I don't want to change the look, the shape of the ring, okay? There we go. All right, so we got the desired size. Thank you so much, Anthony. He's enjoying the magic. We got the size 14. This is the reeded edge. This is what we call the cut edge. So now that we got the desired size, it's time to polish it up a little. So let's start that process, okay? All right, I'm gonna change the angle. It's pretty hot there. Rockama says it's very hot here. They extended the heat advisory to Friday night. Good gracious. Yeah, that heat is work. This is the summertime. June 23rd. This is official summer. My birthday is June 25th. I am a summer baby. But let me tell you something. I love the shade. So, okay, now we got to that process. Now we will have to start to use our drill. And what I'm going to do is buff this area here. I use a various sandpapers. All right, so we're going to start off with 320 grit. So let's do that. Okay, so I want to start off low. And then I want to go to this higher grit. All right. A little higher. All right. Then I want to go to 3,000 grit. Oh, first of all, I was holding on too tight. Let me see. Okay, put that on there. Tighten that up. There you go. As you start to see, you'll start to see a little shine. All right. Okay. You start to see a little shine in the ring. You want to buff that area out. So the same thing you want to do to the cut edge. All right, so what I do is start off low. Okay, let me move that back a little bit so it won't be blurry. Thank you so much. Let's go to the weather. Rockama says ridiculous. It's too soon for all this type of heat. Right, it's extremely hot. Lisa says, yes, it is. Anthony says, I can relate to the weather. It can be crazy. Yes. Rocka says, JT's the best coin ring. Makes the best coin rings. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Anthony, he puts on his stamp of approval as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for double hitting that the like, guys. I appreciate you. You can be anywhere in YouTube land, but you choose to be here. Okay. And I appreciate that. All right, so let's do this. We're going to go and start shining up that cut edge. All right, so we got the first sandpaper. Then we use the second one. All right, we got that going on there. Now, the next thing we do is hit the last tier of cleaning the ends cut edge. All right, let's do that. All right. So we got this done. You see the difference in that shine. We want to make sure all the kinks are out, all the nicks. And then I want to also, well, I want to keep this portion here. But we can shine that. Let's do that. Let's shine this portion as well. Just a little bit there. Let me see if I can do that. If I can find the bigger one. Let me see. They're always good to shine up every part of the ring if I can. If I have a big, this is a pretty big ring, so you got to have the right size mandrel, you know. So what you can do, if I can do it by hands, how I all started out. I started out by doing everything by hand, so it's no big deal with me. Just like so. You take that. Let me see if it's on my other mandrel. I have a couple here. That's kind of smaller. What you want to do is take your hands and you can shine and buff that area out too. Just so you can give it an extra little shine. I want to make sure the customer is really happy with this ring. I made it some time ago and it just sold. And you never know when a customer wants a particular type of ring. He asked for copper. I gave him a picture of it and he told me, hey, you know what? I want this ring. So I'm like, hey, let me resize it, polish it, and send it out to you. Okay. And voila, a ring that's been sitting for a while is now finding a new home. He says, JT is a good teacher. You should consider lecturing. One day, I will be informed of jewelry making. Give them an opportunity to let them know that, hey, you can start out with coins, precious metals, and make wearable jewelry. And then also teach them the fine arts as I learn. So I would love to lecture. There we go. Just buffing it a little bit. And then you take the higher grit, the finer grit, just like so. There we go, just like that. Just want to make sure you keep it nice and clean. And then this is the highest grit I have, is 3,000. You want to just continue to just buff that area. You can do like this to make it easier. Put it flat down. And like so, let me turn it up like that. Just turn in circles. Okay. Just like that. Now, if I want to make sure this is smooth, I can start off with this. Okay, that is me taking all the ridges off. Now that I take the ridges off, it makes it nice and flat, and now I can really buff it. Okay, so this is a quick alteration. Okay, now you got that smooth. You see the difference there. All right, I took all the ridges off. I wanted it to look like a fine ring. So once you do that, then you want to go through the same steps again. Just like so. Just like so. And that's it. You want to really get all the kinks out and just slowly make sure that you don't leave anything, because you want to make sure the customer has the best quality as possible. And when you're doing handmade jewelry, you want it to look as professional as possible. You know, some people like the rough look. I like to make sure that it's buffed and shined. Thank you, Anthony, keeping the chat lively, asking for likes and making sure that it keeps. I appreciate that. It really means a lot. All right, so now I can go straight to the next grit, just like so. Shine that baby up. And then I can do the inside, polish, and it'll be ready to send. Okay, so as you see, it's starting to get that little glare, just like so. Doesn't take too long. It takes longer to make the ring, you know. I have some other things I want to make. This piece here is made out of like bronze, so it was a ring. What I'm going to do is take all this off, and I'm going to recast it. I'm going to make a silver, and then make it a silver ring instead of the bronze. So I'm going to take all this off so it can be nice and hollow. I'm going to melt the silver and then form this and make it a wearable ring. Okay. That's one of the things I'll be doing. I hope I can do a video on that as well. There we go. Got it shined up to that point. Now let's go to the last part of this type of shine. Like right there. Right on 3000 grit. Keep it nice and fast. And see how it shines. So I think that's a better look. Now I want to take this inside we call the lip, like right there. That makes the ring very uncomfortable if it's not, you know, smooth. So how do I do that? I do this, and what I do is the same thing I just did. You want to go in like so. Like that. And you want to smooth out that area so you can make it shiny like everything else. Go to the smaller grit, maybe the 100 grit, the 300 grit, 400, 800, 1000, 1200, to 3000. So it's a step-by-step process. But what you want to do is make sure that your ring is the best as possible it can be when you're resizing it. It's not the simple, just put it on the manual and stretch it. I didn't learn that way, so I've always go through the whole process of taking it one step at a time. Even if I have to use my hands, but if I don't have the tools, you use your hands. You know, especially for the polishing aspect, right? Just like so. All right, starting to smooth that inside out. And then you go to the next sandpaper. It's coming down to the end. It's pretty easy, Anthony. I mean, yes, you have to get the tools, but once you have the tools, it's easy peasy. And I just invest in the tools as I go. I buy one piece at a time. I started off with the 1-ton press, then I went to the 6-ton press. Then I started off with my a mandrel and a hammer and a simple punch, and then you just keep on going. You just keep, going to the next level. As you start selling rings, you can buy a little bit more. Then you invest your profits into buying more. Hey, holla at Dre's in the house. What's going on? Yo, yo. Here we go. So we got that baby shining inside. See how that look? Outside, cut edge. Now we got to get the inside. Okay. So go check out my friend Holla at Dre. Dre is a travel channel here on YouTube. He just put out some great videos on his channel. He went to the Grand Canyon. And you got to go check that out, the Grand Canyon. That's a beautiful video with some sights. You got some shorts you can go check out. Also, he been to the Coliseum. But he also showed a video recently that many people don't see. I'm not going to tell you. I want to go check it out. I want you to go check it out. Go check out Holla at Dre. Okay, the next thing is you want to shine it up, right? But you got to use a special solution. If you have this solution, this copper cream, go grab it, okay? If you got copper jewelry, you can use this and it helps clean it right up, all right? So once I get all this stuff on it, I take this and get all the residue off. It's like a steel wool, but it's like so this allows me to get all the residue off before I send it to the customer. I also used to get a nice hot steam, but it's copper. I don't want it to react with the water. So I'm going to use this, and this allows me to get all that smut out. All right. There we go. Go check out my friend Anthony. Anthony has a nice channel. He talks about business ideas in his country and abroad. He has a nice size channel. I think Anthony, if I'm not mistaken, he got over 100,000 subscribers. I would go check his channel out and love his commentary. Love the straight talk about business, about how he lives. Simple, straight to the point. I enjoy this content. There we go. So we got some of the smut off. You want to make sure that's there. I'm going to hit that one more time to get some of the lines off. Just like so. There we go. Anthony's doing his thing. Nice guy. I stumbled across his channel, and I was like, oh man, he's interested. Nice guy talking. And I shared with him that my dad's from Liberia. There we go. We got Joseph in the house. Hey, Joseph, how you feeling? There we go. We got that looking real good now. All right. Because you want to get all of the fire scale and the sandpaper. You want to remove all that. Okay. And then you can use the next solution. Okay. You can also, I give every customer one of these. This right here is like a jewelry cloth. Let me move that back a little bit. Like a little jewelry cloth. Okay. And that allows me, the customer, to get the rest of the stuff off. Clean it on a daily. Just like so. Okay, see how that copper start to shine? You know, size 14 is done. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for also helping with the moderation of the channel. Don't let it be your last time, bro. I'll be hitting your channel soon. Thank you. There we go. Look at that shine, guys. It is on its way. That's it. And I'm going to use a little bit of the cream here. Wright's copper cream. If you have copper jewelry. Okay. I'll put a little bit on here. You don't need that much. And it helps protect your copper as well. So you place it like that. Okay. See how much that brings the color out? Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's bring that back a little bit. All right, let's go. I can do this by hand, but just to speed the process up for the sake of science. I guess it don't want to work for the sake of science. Let's see. That's it there. It don't want to hold on. I guess I got to do it by hand. That's all good. I'm so used to doing it by hand. There we go. And all you want to do is clean. Look how clean that copper starting to look. Thank you, Joseph, for subscribing to our friend. Appreciate that. There we go. There we go. Just nice that. There we go. And we almost finished, guys. It don't take much. And we got the copper nice and clean. Now, you also can, with copper, with these rings, you can also put a little bit of antique on them. Liver of sulfur and it gives it a nice look so you can pay attention to the detail. Okay. All right, so there we go. We got the ring shining. This is the Aztec dragon. Put in the chat the dragon emoji. There you go. The Aztec dragon. There we go. The detail that's in the inside of the coin as well. There you go. Thanks, Rocka. Put the dragon emoji on there. This is pure copper. There you go. Got the shine there. As you see how it fits. It's a nice tone copper. It's beautiful in the skin tone. And this be sent out today to the customer. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. Me making the size difference. It's now a size 14. A size 14 being sent out to our friend. That easy, in less than an hour. We made it happen. All right, guys, I will check you on the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want a channel sticker, guess what? Hit me up at jtcornrings@gmail.com. All right, guys. Peace.